Reggie Harris has a lot of yards coming in. They'll turn and hand it to him right side. Fumble the football. It's loose, and the Panthers are going to cover it at the 45-yard line. Panther ball, 9:35 to go here in the first quarter. Let's see if they try to go for the money ball here or stick to a ground gain. They'll turn, hand it to Nate Blauman. Blauman with a big hole across midfield to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. One man to beat to the 5, into the end zone. 55 yards on the first play from scrimmage, and the Panthers strike first. They lead it 6-0.
What a hole in the middle of that line right off the bat. Great job by that offensive line, and then Blauman turned on the speed. West Valley has given up a lot of yards against the run this year, and there's a good example of what happens at West Valley there.
For the Wenatchee Panthers, I believe that's Dalton Thomas. And the ball is blocked, I think, or it just went off the side of his foot and goes out of bounds. It'll be a very short punt and great field position for Wenatchee at the West Valley 31-yard line. Shifting Coons from right to left as a tight end, then back to Pasco Sermon, looking left, going to throw out the flat to Blauman. Wide open, has the first down, more at the 10, at the 5, dances into the end zone. Touchdown Wenatchee from 24 yards out.
What a block by Darius Carlson at about the 10-yard line. He absolutely leveled the defensive back Ashton Willie there. A 6'2", 210-pound defensive back, and that's what sprung Blauman.
24 yards on the touchdown strike. And the Panthers up 13-0. Fadas Nasser with the extra point. No, they're going to fake it and throw it into the end zone. The ball is caught, and two-point conversion will be connected. The Brown connection down in the corner. And the ball caught in the end zone by Dalton Thomas, I believe. After the mark-off, snap back to Sermon, rolls to his right, looking in the corner of the end zone. The ball caught, and a touchdown for Wenatchee on the grab over on the far side of the field. Hard to tell
Carlson,
right now. Darius Carlson with the catch for Wenatchee and the touchdown.
Cam Sermon remains perfect in this quarter, and now 2 touchdowns under his belt to show for it as well, following that great performance last week.
Kit will come to the wide side of the field this time. He's got 2 receivers over there. Vandebrake also. Now a handoff to Harris. Harris breaks through, gets it to the 40, cuts back at the 35, 30, 25, and then finally tackling him down with Sebastian Esquivel, but give him a gain all the way to the 16-yard line. Jordan Bickler is in there now. A bunch formation and a push into the end zone, and finally the string of 3 in a row without giving up a point is relinquished here by the Panthers as the Rams break through with 1:10 to go on a 1-yard plunge by Spencer Jolly. West Valley changing things up defensively up front, trying to match up here. Now a turn, a little end around. The ball fumbled at the 5-yard line, and trying to cover it back to the 1, almost scooting into the end zone was the man back there for Wenatchee, as they tried a little trickery that time, and boy, it did not work so well. 5 yards deep is Sermon, waiting for the pass from center. He gets it, turn, handoff to Blauman, and right there in the end zone, the tackle is made, and it's going to be a safety. And give credit up front to Hunter Vickers, and just like that, 2 points more on the board for the West Valley Rams. They go on the road to Lewiston, face another tough quarterback, and now here they face Jolly tonight. A hold going to be called here, and the ball kicked up in the air.
That was a live ball.
Darius Carlson
that went off the foot of a Panther.
To the 40, to the 35, 30. Up the far sideline he goes, cuts it back to the 15, to the 10, trying to get away from the defense, to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown on the interception. 60-yard return for Darius Carlson. We do have a flag down. We'll have to check that penalty.
Right at the 35-yard line. What a return by Carlson, switching field, the sides of the field, coming from the far side to our side, and it looks like that touchdown's going to stand.
It was a holding call coming against West Valley, and the ball was kicked up in the air by the receiver as it was deflected and then kicked off of his foot as he was going to the ground, and then Darius Carlson expertly picks it off at about the 40-yard line of the Panthers, returns it all the way, crosses his direction at about the 15, and is able to outrace everyone into the end zone. Well, you talked about a test of their mettle. I think it's steel, but then all Panthers now. And a punt attempt here for Kit, and the ball is blocked, and then picking it up, I think that's Fatis Nasser. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown on the return after the block of 27 yards. And the swing of momentum is an avalanche in purple.
Nasser didn't even get touched coming from his outside position on that punt. And when you get those rugby-style punters that roll out to punt, he rolled right into Nasser where he came from that end and made the block.
Dalton Thomas back in just outside the 40 to receive this kick from, and a low snap from center, and the runner's going to have to go. Punter's going to be spun down on the play. The ball's loose. The ball's going to be covered by Wenatchee. It won't matter. The Panthers will have it on 4th down. But again, the pressure brought by Wenatchee as squeaking through was Eamon Haugen and company, and a little bit of a low snap, and the punter back there, Colby Kitt, had no chance at all. It goes over on downs. Panthers will have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Absolutely what West Valley did not want to happen right here. They were already in a hole having to punt out of their own end zone. They at least wanted to get out 30 to 40 yards from the goal line, and Panthers in great position here.
Get over the ball at the 5. Sermon takes a snap, turn, handoff to Blauman. Blauman trying to gain the corner. He gets away from one man and dances into the end zone. Touchdown. Good vision by Nate Blauman. Stops on a dime at the 5. The defense goes by him, and he finds a part in the C to make his way to the end zone.
He has such great leg power. He really does. He runs kind of straight up and down, but he's got from the waist down so much power there. That kept him going. That's why he can do kind of those side winding moves, and it's hard to bring Nate Blauman down.
2nd and 11 coming up as the rain continues to fall here. Sermon back to pass. Has time, throws the ball. Picked off. The other way, here comes Spencer Jolly to the 15. To the 10, to the 5, puts his shoulder down and runs into the end zone on the interception return. Touchdown from 25 yards out, and Jolly sniffed that one all the way.
And Sermon didn't even see him that time and threw it right to Jolly, and that's kind of age right there, youth a little bit for Sermon. Kind of threw into, I think Jolly was sitting back a little bit in coverage, kind of watching Sermon's eyes, and he telegraphed that one. 6 points, Rams.
So that will put a little life into the visitors on this wet night with under 3 minutes to go in the half. Back to pass, jailbreak with a blitz. A nice play call as they get it out to Harris on the screen pass to the 30, 25, cuts back at the 20. Look out to the 15, to the 10, 5, and pushed into the end zone from behind. It's a 40-yard pass play to Reggie Harris.
Set up nicely, that screen, wasn't it? Perfectly. You let the defensive line of the Panthers come in at you, and there's a little bit of a blitz too, so linebackers had free run, nobody covering Harris. Then he used that speed to score on that 40-yard touchdown.
Well, Grant, I hate to tell you this, but it's a 20-point differential right now, and still a lot of game to go. 17, almost 18 minutes left of this game on a wet night here at the Apple Bowl. The extra point by Colby Kitts coming up for the Rams. Spot is down, the kick away, and it is good. As Sermon gets the snap, turn, handoff, Jax Tucker is going to dance around the right side and dance into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Panthers extend their lead.
Nice blocking once again on the right side of that line. They've been doing it all night long. And once again, a great block by a wide receiver over there. Jelsine that time with a nice block on the outside.
Well, it was West Valley that scored in the 3rd quarter, and Panthers have been kind of quiet here offensively, but that was a nice drive capped off by the Tucker 4-yard touchdown run. And now Fatis Nasser will try to tack on the extra point. Snap a little low, spot is down, and the kick is good. As Colby Kitts, no, they snap it to the up man. It's Spencer Jolly. He throws down the field. The ball caught by Reggie Harris. Cuts back to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown from 55 yards away.
Wow, what a great call in that position. I think that maybe Coach Iman saw that the Panthers were a little disheveled getting their special teams unit out there and maybe made that decision at the last moment. I don't know if it was planned before, but the Panthers weren't organized on defense.
Well, and you've got your up back as your starting quarterback in that formation. And even though he hasn't played here in the second half, showing that he certainly has the gun, and a nice collection on the run by Reggie Harris, looking up into a wet sky to come down with that football. How about the work tonight by the Wenatchee Panthers? A wet night, a strange night. Turnovers back and forth we would go, and the Panthers would get the victory. Again, the final 50-31. Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel after the Wenatchee Panthers knock off the West Valley Rams here by a final of 50-31, and now joined by Darius Carlson. Well, Darius, we were talking as you guys finished singing the fight song to the crowd over there, the tradition after you guys knock off the Rams here tonight. A strange game, wasn't it?
Right. It was pretty strange. It's nice playing a little bit sloppy and still scoring 50 points. So, yeah, it was definitely a strange game, but you know, got the W. So
we had a little bit of everything here tonight. I want you to take me through that interception and return. First of all, the interception looked to us like it kicked off of the wide receiver's foot into the air. Take me through that.
Well, I was looking for it and I couldn't find it at first, but when I found it, I just started taking off, and my good friend Dalton Thomas told me, "Hey, cut in, cut in, cut in." He was screaming it, so I just listened to him and ended up in the end zone. So, yeah.
And, you know, it's got to be fun. You're a great athlete out there, wide receiver, but you played great on defense tonight, and your blocking, I thought, tonight was exceptional. Do you get as much satisfaction out of doing those things as catching passes?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say as soon as, like, when you make a good play and it results in a good, like, team play, it really, like, you really feel like you're the man for that, even if you're not the one in the end zone.
So you gave up a few more points than you wanted to tonight, but a very explosive offense. Harris was fantastic on offense. Was he hard to bring down out there? Very elusive.
Yeah, he's a load. He's definitely one of the best running backs we've faced so far, and yeah, kudos to him. He was playing well.
After the ball game, you guys meet out there on the field on this wet night. I know you're happy to get the victory. You stay unbeaten in Big Nine play, now 3-0 in Big Nine play. What did the coach tell you afterward?
So kind of the same thing I already said. You know, we didn't play, I don't think, our best, but we still got the W, so you can't complain too much. But we just got to stay focused and keep it rolling.
How much does it hurt to give up that first touchdown when you guys have pitched 3 shutouts in a row?
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the goal all week, is to not let them score, but all good streaks come to an end. So, you know, just after it happened, just got to keep your head up and keep playing.
Well, Darius, congratulations on the win and the game tonight. Again, as a former offensive lineman, you did the offensive line proud with that blocking you did tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great
Darius
game.
Carlson joining us here on the post-game show here. Yeah, they like the cleats.
Oh, yeah.
What is that, cheetah print? What in the world? Now, wait a minute. Before we go to the break.
That's why he made that 60-yard
return.
interception return.
You got to pan out a little bit and show these cleats here. For goodness, I got to step out of get the light on those. Where in the world did you get those?
Yeah, I had to custom order them. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I don't know. They worked well, I guess.
Okay. Well, do you feel faster in those cleats?
I mean, a little bit, I guess.
They do look great. They look great.
Yeah, outstanding. Well, Darius Carlson and the rest of the Panthers take care of business here tonight by a final of 50-31 over the West Valley Rams. We'll come back, wrap it up right after this quick timeout.